wait. How can you do VAERS before you've even released the vaccine? What are you talking about?
That's what I'm, well, they didn't do that. They should have done that.
No, hold on. You just said you check VAERS before you do a trial. VAERS is for already like vaccinated people reporting adverse events. How could you possibly have a VAERS reporting system before a vaccine has been used to the public? I don't think you understand how medical research works. You're not gonna find no, stop. There's a reason why you couldn't give me any specifications for any of what you're looking for. It's because you've never read a single one of these actual studies in your life. You don't know what that, wait, what does that mean? What does that mean? How do you know what that number is?
I don't know.
Then why are you There's a doctor in here if you want to go that route, but it's not going to be pretty for you.
All right, doctor, tell me.
So you're saying there's no data with that exposure outcome relationship, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, you're wrong.
Flu vaccine does not prevent death or hospitalization, not based on any study.
Well, that's not true. It does.
The easy question for everybody that always talks about mRNA shit is you just ask them, oh, okay, well, did you get any of the other vaccines that aren't based on the mRNA shit? And the answer is always no. Are you vaccinated with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine?
No.
Why didn't you get the J&J?
Because they're all new vaccines.
Nope.
Who's this?
Stephen Bonnell, aka Destiny, and then Dan, aka
Bob Vila.
Oh,
From Bob
somebody
Vila's
wanted to
home
talk
again?
about COVID? Are we discussing COVID and the vaccines and how they're garbage?
No, we're discussing mid-century homes built in Connecticut.
Wait, how are the COVID? Wait, okay, what is the argument?
No,
I want to hear real quick. What is the argument for why the COVID vaccines are garbage?
Well, they're based on new technology that has not been vetted enough, not enough double-blinded prospective studies.
How many do you need?
Especially for children.
Wait, one thing at a time. What do you mean when you say not enough double-blinded studies?
Not any.
What were the initial studies that the CDC did?
One Pfizer study that didn't release all the data, and they looked at it one endpoint, which is a cold and a positive test.
Wait. So you're telling me that if we go and we look up what the FDA needed for the emergency use authorization, you're telling me that there were no blinds in those studies?
No blinds enough to do a study to see if it works and if it causes death and myocarditis, especially.
Wait, hold on. Wait, stop. When you jump to 50 million things, it makes it seem like you know that your point is retarded. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out.
No. So when I know that your point is retarded.
Okay, my point's retarded. Then just very easily. Wait, hold on. Wait, stop. When you jump to 50 million things, it makes it seem like you know that your point is retarded. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out.
I know that your point is retarded.
Okay, my point's retarded. Then just very easily one thing at a time.
It sounds like it's just, let's just make sure we understand each other before you start jumping to conclusions.
I'm not jumping to. I haven't jumped to a single conclusion. I'm just trying to go parse your statement so I can understand what you're saying. Okay, so
go ahead.
Are you telling me that if we look for the FDA, okay, they needed emergency use authorization for these vaccinations? You're saying prior to that emergency use authorization, there were no double-blind studies that were being conducted on the vaccines.
Prior to what?
Prior to the emergency use authorizations.
Well, I'm not sure what the time frame. All I know is for COVID vaccines, based on mRNA technology, they did not do randomized prospective studies enough to rule out adverse reactions and enough to prove efficacy.
Wait, enough to rule? Okay. So they did do these studies, but you're saying they didn't do enough of them?
Enough that would lead you to say, this is safe. I don't see any. When I say they didn't do enough, or any, I mean enough that I'll say that this is a good study, and therefore we should take the vaccine.
What is okay, how much do they need to do?
Well, what do you mean? How much? I need to see an arm of. Here's what they need to do. I'll give you an example. I need to see an arm of 30,000 people in one arm, not getting the vaccine, and 30,000 getting the vaccine, and I need to see months down the line what happens to those people, and I need the.
Wait, 30,000? You think 30,000 is enough to see?
I'm not sure what the exact number is because that's
okay. Well, here's something that I know. Okay, when we talked about like more than 10, when you look at like
it should be more than 10 or 100, right?
It is more than 10 or 100. But when you're looking at things like myocarditis, the rates of myocarditis are like 7 out of 100,000, right, from vaccines.
Okay,
so how would 30,000 people even pick that up?
Just made up a large number. Let's whatever the number required for efficacy, we need a smaller number.
But you're the one that said there wasn't enough. So I'm curious if there's not enough. That must mean
any.
There's none. So then back to my original claim. Then so you're saying there were no prospective double-blind studies done on the vaccines? before the emergency use
In order
authorization?
to prove that it's yeah, that we should use it. Absolutely.
Wait. When you say to prove that we should use it, what do you mean by that? What is the requirement there?
There was a double-blinded study, Pfizer, in the initial period that they looked at a cold. They said one symptom and a positive test. They didn't look at any old people. I'm sorry. Correct myself. They looked 5% were over the age of 70. The average BMI was like 25%. So it wasn't. They didn't look at children. So that was just a randomized group of people who were mostly not killed by COVID. And so they looked at that, and then they found that 162, I think it was in the group that did not get the vaccine, got the positive test, and then eight who didn't get the vaccine got the positive test.
Okay, so I looked up, so
90%.
the beginning trial, this is just for Pfizer, that began in July 27th of 2020, so that had 46,331 participants.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
So is that not enough?
That was the study. 5% were less than 5% were over the age of 70. No pregnant females, no children, and they didn't look at adverse reactions. They also didn't release all their data in that study.
Okay, so I'm looking up. So I see participant
here,
age 12 to 15. Well, hold on, one claim at a time, dude. 12 to 15. Here, I'm linking this in all of my chats. Okay, so people can go and read what I'm reading from. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong or maybe it's not right. So here they say that the participant age from 12 to 15, they had 2,260 participants. From 16 to 17, 754. From 18 to 55, 25,400 participants. And 56 plus, they had about 18,000 participants.
Okay, 70. The people who mostly died of COVID, not represented in that study. So it's kind of a useless study.
Wait. It's not just for people that were going to die from COVID, though.
Why don't you let me finish my point, dude? Let me finish my point. It's like, why would you not want to do a study that looked? I would do a study that looked at all old people. I would do a study that looked at all children. I would do a study that looked at pregnant females before they said, hey, everybody should get it.
Because I don't think that the requirement for, especially for emergency use authorization, but I don't know if the requirement for any vaccine to be tested is on every single different target demographic before it's released. Is that the ordinary testing procedures to get something passed?
Absolutely. Before they wanted to release it to 5 to 11-year-olds, they said the FDA, 2 workers in the FDA who resigned, and I'm not sure if they resigned specifically because of that, but they wanted more. They increased the numbers. They wanted at least 5,000 in the group that was tested, and the FDA ended up testing 1,500 in one arm and 800 in another arm, so a total of 2,300. So you're not going to find myocarditis that way. So that was, but they went ahead and said, okay, let's just go ahead and recommend it anyway, even though myocarditis is killing people, and then they're minimizing the reports from VAERS and saying, yeah, don't ever look at that. That's just
how would you even know which groups are more likely to die before like starting the trials? How would you have to start like broad trials before you even figure out like who might have issues?
That's what you do with VAERS. You say, hey, look, we're getting all these reports
before you've even released the vaccine. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm. Well, they didn't do that. They should have done that.
No. Hold on. You just said you check VAERS before you do a trial. VAERS is for already like vaccinated people reporting adverse events. How could you possibly have a VAERS reporting system before a vaccine has been used to the public?
Now they could have done it after a year of giving the vaccine. They could have said, "Hey, we should do a double-blind study." 5 to 11-year-olds came out months after the vaccine was allowed for other people. So at that point, we did have information. And that the 18 to 26-year-old, I don't know where they got the data.
Okay. So wait. So then you're saying that right now, as of right now, there hasn't been any research done on children getting vaccinated, or?
Double-blinded prospective study that it works, prevents the illness, and that it does not kill people.
I don't understand. Wait. I'm going to repeat my question. You're telling me right now that if I look for studies, I can't find data on children and their impacts with the vaccine?
Prospective, randomized, controlled, double-blinded.
Yeah, you're talking about, yes, trials for medicine, yes.
That's what I want, yeah.
Okay, so if I Google for study, mRNA, vaccine, children, I'm not gonna find, none of those trials have happened.
Randomized, controlled, prospective, double-blinded.
Okay, I'm just looking at Jamit Network. So I'm guessing, I think this is usually citing things from journals and shit. In this analysis of data from 3 prospective cohort studies in the U.S., children and adolescents aged 5 to 17 years who received an mRNA bivalent COVID-19 vaccine dose were less likely to be infected with SARS-CoV-2 than those who were unvaccinated who only received monovalent COVID-19 vaccine doses. So it seems like they have started to test children as well, right? Do you want me to look for more of this, or?
Wait, what did you find? You found something that proved your case?
This doesn't technically prove what you're asking for. What exactly are you asking for? You're asking me
I want a study that says, hey, look, we have whatever number is required, whether it's 5,000 or 100,000.
Wait. When you say required, what do you mean required?
So like for myocarditis, if I want to see if myocarditis is relevant in this study, I'm going to need a number higher than 5,000.
Wait.
If I want, like, whatever.
If myocarditis rates are less than like 1 in 10,000, then it feels like you're going to need like a cohort of
well, whatever that number is, it should be a large number.
Okay, is any other vaccine ever tested like this before it's released? I think that's data you usually collect after it's released for widespread consumption. I don't think.
Yeah, so we released the vaccine stupidly, and we've been using it for years stupidly. So now
hold on, you keep saying these words, but they don't mean anything.
What words? What words didn't mean anything?
Stupidly. You're making it sound like we needed to do a phase 3.
That's my opinion.
But you're making it sound like we needed to do a phase 3 trial with 100,000 people in the cohort? Has there ever been a phase 3 trial ever with that many people? What is the average size of a phase 3?
Hold on a second. Forget all that stuff. All I know is at some point, after 2 years of giving the vaccine, we could have done that. We could, based on the fact that we released it. That's why I said stupidly.
Wait, you keep saying stupidly. If I
search
for
tell you why it's stupid.
Average size phase 3 trial.
Here, let me tell you why it's stupid.
These studies involve 300 to 3,000 participants. You want one with 100,000 people?
Oh, gee, this is so retarded. Let me talk before you get down into minutia. This is ridiculous. Once the vaccine has been given for a year, we have lots of people taking the vaccine.
God. Why'd you get so loud?
Hold on a second. What?
I don't know, just go.
All right, so once we start giving the vaccine, we don't have to worry about all these trials. Now we have information. Let's do a study, a randomized prospective study, whatever the number is required, to see if kids are getting myocarditis. And that would be simple because it will seem to be happening a day after getting the vaccine. And I want the absolute numbers of what happens when you get the vaccine a day or two after you get it, and you're under the age of 12, or you're between the age of 18 to 24 is actually the one I want, because that's the one that showed up in males. And that's what you do. That's how you find out the actual information. You have to do a study that targets the specific group that's in jeopardy, 18 to 24-year-old males. And then see what happens after they get the vaccine. And whatever number you need, like I told you, FDA wanted 5,000 at least in the trial. Pfizer, they recommended Pfizer to do 5,000 in the trial. And they said, oh, never mind, we're not going to do that. We're just going to recommend.
Okay, wait, so 5 to 11, you don't want that age group. You want a different age group.
I'll take both. Find both, either one.
Okay, well, so in 2022, abstract, background, safe, effective vaccines against coronavirus disease are urgently needed in children younger than 12. Methods. At phase 1 dose-finding study and an ongoing phase 2 to 3 randomized trial are being conducted to investigate the safety, immunogenicity, and efficacy of 2 doses of the biotech vaccine administered 21 days apart in children 6 months to 11 years in age. We present results for 5 to 11-year-old children. In the phase 2-3 trial, participants were randomly assigned in a 2-to-1 ratio to receive 2 doses of either the biotech vaccine at the dose level identified during the open-label phase 1 study or placebo. Immune responses 1 month after that. So it sounds like here, this would be a study that you're looking for?
This is the problem with doing this. I would love to look at this study during the night and then get back to you, because doing these studies in the middle of a debate. That's why bringing up studies in the middle of a debate is impossible. We now have to read it and find out their methods and find out what they did. And
well, it's a prospective, double-blind placebo study.
What was the end result? What was the
Conclusions. A COVID-19 vaccination regimen consisting of 2 10 microgram doses of this was found to be safe, immunogenic, and efficacious in children 5 to 11 years of age.
Oh, how did they determine efficacy?
Results. During the phase 1, a total of 48 children, 5 to 11 years of age, on the basis of...
Actually, before you continue, what's the title of the study, so I can have this up?
The title is Evaluation of the BNT162b2 COVID-19 Vaccine in Children 5 to 11 years of age.
What journal is that?
It looks like New England Journal of Medicine.
Is that the initial Pfizer study?
This is from 2022.
Okay.
Um,
Read the title one last time.
and I linked it in chat. I'll link it again. Here you go.
Right.
In the phase 2 to 3 trial, a total of 2,268 children were randomly assigned to receive the vaccine or placebo. A data cutoff, the median follow. No vaccine-related serious adverse events were noted. 1 month after the second dose, the geometric mean ratio of severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus, neutralizing, a ratio meeting the specified or the pre-specified immunogenicity success criterion. So it sounds like they don't see any adverse events, and they're having the immune response that they're looking for. Basically, is what they're looking for.
Let's see. It has not been powered to assess efficacy against severe disease or variants. Lack data on Omicron BA4 and BA5.
Wait, what are you reading?
And in addition, the trial was predominantly white. I'm looking at the limitations. I want to see their. See, this is the problem with looking at the studies. I want to see their data. I want to see what the numbers were in each group. You can't just evaluate a study like this in.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm sorry. I don't think you understand how medical research works. You're not going to find a. No. Stop. There's a reason why you couldn't give me any specifications for any of what you're looking for. It's because you've never read a single one of these actual studies in your life. You're asking for a study with. You're asking for a double-blind. Hold on. You're asking, it sounds like you're asking for a double-blind prospective study that has like 1 million people broken out into every single demographic that you might want. That in the history of all of medical research, nobody is studying, you're muted while I talk. Nobody is studying a cohort that's this huge, okay? You sound like people on Twitter that are like, oh, it's only 1,000 people. You can't possibly know. There's 330 million people in the country. If you want, you can tell me, after I unmute you, tell me specifically what you're looking for so I know if you're a retard, and I can never find what you're looking for, or if there's something reasonable that you're asking for. But if you're saying that, like, I need a sample size n equals 500,000 of every single age 14 to 18 African-American guy that likes Goku more than Vegeta, that's also longitudinally followed up for more than 20 years, that data doesn't exist, my dude. No medical research is going to have a cohort that large that's that specifically targeted. The money involved in that type of medical research would be unfathomable, okay? So I'll unmute you. Go.
I did not say any of that.
What are you looking for then? Tell me what you're looking for.
Whenever I say I want a large number, I'm not implying that I want an ungodly number that's impossible to study. I'm saying whatever the number is required, that number.
You don't know what that. Wait. What does that mean? What does that mean? When you say the number required, what does that mean?
Number required to catch, for example, myocarditis.
How do you know what that number is?
I don't know.
Then why are you? Okay, you're honest. Okay, at least you're honest. Okay, if you have no idea, then you have no opinion. Like why? Like you don't even know.
The average doctor does not know that. The average doctor doesn't go, oh, this study is not powered enough.
No, but you came in here with the claim that none of these studies that research enough have been done yet. Meaning, in your mind, you must have an idea of what threshold they're not meeting, but you have no idea.
I have to look at it. I do. The reason you brought this point up, because I was saying I need time to read this study. And then you made it sound like, oh, the problem I have with this study is it doesn't have this ungodly number. No, the only problem I have is it's impossible to see if a study is correct in the middle of a debate, especially with somebody with no medical background.
Well, first of all, hold on. Number one, there's a doctor in here if you want to go that route, but it's not going to be pretty for you. Right, number two, you don't have them.
Hello there, buddy. What's going on? Would you like to
fake doctor? He's a fake doctor. I am a doctor. Avi is a fake doctor.
All right, doctor, tell me, when you read a study, do you automatically know, well, in this study of myocarditis, they should have used 20,000, but they actually only used 5,000. You would know that automatically? Are you, wait, first of all, what kind of doctor are you? Epidemiologist or? What kind of
oh, no.
I have a double specialty in infectious disease. And
good one, Dan. Nice house stroke. Good job.
Okay, all right.
Thanks.
All right.
No, Avi is a doctor here.
Oh, wait, great. Actually, you have a better. Is there such thing as mild myocarditis?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Actually, there is. So there's different.
Okay, what does that mean to have mild myocarditis?
It has to do. It has. If you're asking if there are different types of myocarditis that carry different prognosis with different severity.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
and if I tell you right now you have myocarditis randomly, are you like, okay, this is not going to be a problem. I probably should just go home and
Wait.
relax.
Hold
It's
on.
probably gonna be mild.
Wait. What do you think myocarditis is?
Inflammation of the myocardium.
Do you think that that's normally a chronic condition or an acute condition that clears up quickly?
It's an acute condition. It can become chronic if it becomes end-stage cardiomyopathy, which some people do get after myocarditis.
What are the chances, approximately, I'm not asking for a specific, but do you think that most cases of myocarditis resolve with no problem, or do you think most cases become chronic cases?
Most cases resolve. Okay. For what?
Because you're talking about like myocarditis, like, holy shit, you've got inflammation of the heart, you're fucked. That's what you're making it sound like.
5% might die.
10%
might.
Yes, but you have to measure, you've got to measure a whole bunch of things. One is myocarditis from the vaccine, and then you've got to compare that to myocarditis from COVID itself.
So let's do that study. Let's do that.
That has, people have studied this.
There's at least 3 studies, if not 4 studies on the topic, and they all point to the same conclusion that myocarditis.
There's the randomized prospective studies.
Oh my God, he keeps saying these words.
All right, hold on. All right, let's go back to basics then before we even get on myocarditis. Okay. Let's go back to the main contentions. What exactly is your contention here? And what
contention is that COVID is a mild disease for most people, even initially. And mRNA technology might be good in the future once it's been studied enough, but we shouldn't force it on kids, especially when they were pushing it on kids.
Hold on.
That VAERS, a self-reporting site, shouldn't be minimized.
Before we get to the prescriptive claims, before we get to the shoulds, is there a point of contention about the facts at hand? In terms of an endpoint, so risk of mortality, risk of myocarditis, risk of infection, risk of transmitting infection. Yeah. There's different efficacy endpoints. Do you have a point of contention on any of them? Do you think anyone has not been established? Do you think to what degree it has or has not been established? What exactly are you trying? Is there a point of contention you're trying?
Hospitalization, death, myocarditis, adverse reactions.
Okay. Hold on. One second. One at a time. Okay, risk of hospitalization. So is your point of contention? So you have a point of contention that risk of hospitalization in which population? Any population. Okay, so you're saying that getting vaccinated versus being unvaccinated does not impact the risk of hospitalization on any subgroup, on any population. That's your
correct. Claim? Not that I don't know. We don't have the information.
We don't have. Sorry. No or you or no? Hold on. You don't know or no? You don't know what you're saying.
No. What is the difference?
The difference is
when I say no for myself, my own personal opinion.
The difference is in one case you're agnostic, and the other case is you're not agnostic. You're saying actually there is data and it shows it doesn't make a difference. In that
whatever. Okay. So no, there's no data. No.
Okay. So there is no there. So you're saying there's no data with that exposure outcome relationship. Correct?
Okay. Yes. Correct.
Okay. You're wrong.
Before we go on, can I ask you this? You're infectious disease, right?
Wait, hold on. So just to be clear, if I show you data that does have that exposure outcome relationship, you'll agree that you were wrong on that claim, right?
Of course.
You just said there's no data.
But wait, as a doctor, you're the one who should know what I was telling Destiny.
Wait.
Googling a study in the middle of a debate and saying, "Hey,
you just made a claim that there's no data on that exposure outcome relationship. If I show you data that's not
true. I was gonna address your point with a
no. We're gonna go one claim at a time. I know you're not gonna jump. You're not gonna jump to the next point before we go through this.
I'm not jumping to the next point.
Well, yes, you are. Right now, you just made a claim. You said that there's no data on the exposure outcome relationship between COVID vaccination and risk of hospitalization. You just said that, correct?
Data to support using the vaccine, and that it proves
it shows that there's a lower risk of hospitalization.
I want a prospective randomized controlled study.
Okay, so just to be clear, if I show you a prospective randomized controlled study with that exposure,
and now let me make my point, which is not jumping.
Wait! I just want to hear an answer to the question now. So if I show you a prospective,
it's going to answer, but my question, you're going to get an answer to the question.
I don't know why you're not answering. If I show you,
because I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you why. I can tell you why I'm not answering. Because in the middle of a debate, you're gonna provide me data in the form of a study, and what are we gonna do? Are you gonna read the study in 10 seconds and then evaluate it and know what it said and how?
Actually, your claim is you actually made such a strong claim that it actually I don't think it should take long if you. to read it.
Oh, you have to read the study.
You don't need to read the entire study. You're claiming there's a type of research that doesn't exist. It's very easy to glance over the intro, the methodology, and the conclusion to see what?
What if the study is crap?
What is it when you say a study is crap? What does that mean to you?
What if they had limitations which totally made the study bad? And
then you read the limitation, you glance through the methodology. What do you mean?
That wasn't even your. By the way, that wasn't even your claim. Your claim didn't even hinge on any limitation.
This is bullshit debate.
There was no data.
When I say there's no data, I mean there's no data to prove in the form of a good study that proves it's claim.
Wait. Hold on. So now you've changed your claim. You've added a caveat.
No, it's implied in my claim. I don't want a bad study.
You've added an unclear caveat, by the way.
Why would I want a bad study? Why would I want a bad study?
So what is a?
Why would I want a bad study to prove that I used to?
So when you say good study, no, it's fine. I'll address the caveat. I'm just pointing out that you changed your claim to add a caveat. So
my claim implied I want a good study.
So let's get clarity on the caveat. When you say good study, what does that mean?
I want a study that doesn't have that proves its claim. When you evaluate a study, you're looking at everything.
Wait. First of all, studies don't prove the claim. They support it. It's evidence. It's not a theorem. It's not a proof.
They never prove anything. They never prove anything.
Studies typically just build evidence towards a point. They don't prove. You'll never see a study end with "We have proven conclusively 100%." Blah blah blah.
They can still prove something.
No.
Whether they're philosophically ignorant is not my problem.
No, actually.
Even if it was philosophical, it's all induction. You're not going to deductively at the end of the day prove through premises and conclusions that a particular medical study. That's not what they do. That's not at all what medical research is.
It's supposed to provide evidence so you can use it.
That increases the probability of a given empirical proposition being true. They do this with.
They can never achieve 100%.
No, we wouldn't have confidence intervals. We wouldn't have anything like that. It would just be this is the thing, and deductively, therefore, this is absolutely true. That's not how medical research works. It's not possible.
Do you have a confidence interval on whether the sun is going to rise tomorrow?
Oh my God.
Okay. So actually, by the way, if you want to get philosophical about it, even that is not deductively proven, and there will be a day when the sun doesn't rise.
You know what? You know what the real meme is? Okay, wait, hold on. No, wait. No, we're not talking about. We're not talking about confidence. It's not even worth talking about. Okay, here's the easy defeater for your entire argument. I know this is the easy defeater. Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you vaccinated at all with any of the mRNA vaccines? Are you vaccinated with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine?
No.
Why didn't you get the J&J?
Because they're all new vaccines.
Nope. J&J is not an mRNA technology vaccine.
Yeah, isn't that the DNA adenovirus vaccine? It's still new technology.
That's not new. Hold on. I'm sorry. What do you think all vaccines are? Do you think that 20 new technologies were just created?
No, the Johnson & Johnson and the Pfizer all used RNA or DNA technology.
No, you have no idea. So is there any COVID-19 vaccine that you think is good?
Dude, you have no idea. I believe the same. Everything you claim about me, I can say about you. So it doesn't prove anything to say I have no idea. Just try to understand what I'm saying.
You want to know something really cool about Johnson & Johnson? So they own a brand. This is a real thing. They own a brand called Listerine. And Listerine, I shit you not, it's one of these very rare brands that is still going that actually offers royalties to people that own it from the original times. And you can actually go and buy a piece of Listerine. You can buy 0.01% of Listerine. And every year, Johnson & Johnson will actually pay you a percentage of the sales of it. There's actually marketplaces that you can go and you can buy shares of the royalty. How cool is that with Johnson & Johnson? Why wouldn't you want to take their vaccine knowing that very interesting fact that I just told you? That is true.
Okay, I would not take the COVID vaccine even if it weren't an mRNA vaccine.
But I just told you about the Listerine thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. But anyway, so
I can explain it.
Let him explain his point. Hold on. Why would you? So you're not going to take any vaccine, but then everything you said about the mRNA shit was just bullshit. Then none of that matters to you. You're never going to take any vaccine.
So this is debate stupidity here. This is debate stupidity on your part.
No, debate pervert.
Because I make one point doesn't mean every other point is invalid.
Okay, why would you take any COVID vaccine ever?
So when I say I wouldn't take the COVID vaccine and mRNA, it doesn't mean that every other situation I would. So you're trying to pigeonhole everything. We're not speaking like we're writing a legal document now. I wouldn't have taken a new vaccine, and I especially wouldn't have taken a COVID mRNA vaccine.
Is there any COVID vaccine you would have taken?
I would not have taken, not without data, information that it works.
Wait.
But
Then what's the difference
tell you
between
one
the
thing.
mRNA vaccines and the other vaccines if you would accept it with data? Wouldn't you say the same for the mRNA vaccines? Why even draw a distinction here?
I'm not drawing a distinction. I'm saying they're not going to work, but I especially wouldn't use the ones that's based on new technology.
Wait, you don't have to say especially. Why are you adding that word? It doesn't mean anything. You would take it if there was good data. You wouldn't take it if there wasn't good data. Why are you saying especially on some other thing?
Well, because I think that new technology requires even longer trials and longer investigation.
Based on your personal
Obviously.
feelings and motivations. Okay.
So listen, do you realize today, after the influenza vaccine has been around for over 10 years, or I don't know how long it's been around, we still don't have data that it prevents death or hospitalization.
The influenza
infectious disease
vaccine? I don't know what that means. There's tons of different vaccines for flus made every single year. But I don't know what you mean by we don't have any data on
And so far, no study has shown that those that we use, whatever one you say is, there's a different type, so far, none of them have proven to prevent hospitalization or death. The infectious disease doctor can back me up on this one.
Wait, what? Wait. Hold on.
The flu vaccine does not prevent death or hospitalization, not based on any study.
Well, that's not true. It does, and based
Okay.
on numerous studies.
No, that's not true.
Okay,
What
so
study?
just to be clear, if I give you a study and it with the conclusion is yes,
Okay,
you're this
just to be
percent more
clear,
likely to be hospitalized.
okay, if you give me a
and
study-
complications, you're going
Okay.
to admit that your claim right now was incorrect, right? I'm gonna
Okay, but
just
I
ask-
have to
I'm
read.
gonna set
I have
the
to read the
goalpost.
study. You
Okay,
can't just
so
show
here's
me
why
a
I'm
study
setting the
randomly. You
goal-
find
here's what, just to show everyone in the audience what this person's doing. The reason why it's important to set the goalpost before you go into studies is because of people like this.
Yeah, because as soon as you
that's
show
like-
them one, they're going to
that's
say,
false.
well, it doesn't count because of this, or it doesn't count because of this, or that's why you give a clear goal before you actually give a chance
No,
to their
I'm
forced to
going to
change their
say it
position.
doesn't count because of this, and the point I made should be correct. If I give you evidence for why I say it doesn't work, then then you should accept my point.
But your points don't make any sense. Like you
if I
said, you
say-
want to study
if I
with, will you admit this, that you want a study that's larger than any other study for any other medication that's ever been conducted in
I
the...
thought I addressed this dumb point. I thought I already addressed this stuff. I told you whatever is required for the thing they're studying.
No
I
one
didn't say it
knows
needs to
what's
be million-
required before you begin to study a thing, bro. What if it was the case that 1 out of 100 million people are impacted by fucking blue food coloring or whatever? You might not know that for years. But you can't just you're pretending like you know what might be a risk factor, or that you might know what might be a bad outcome before you've even done any of the research. It doesn't make any sense.
It does. When I say I want to study that's. I don't want to study on myocarditis that looks at 10 people in each arm.
You want
I
a
wanna
good study, right? You want
want
one
a
that's
good study,
good.
whatever a good study is.
Whatever
Yes.
a good study is. Yeah, you just want a good
We
one.
can decide. It sounds to me like you guys don't want to discuss the study that you
Yeah,
can give
one
me. That's
not done by,
You're the one who's
you know.
hedging. I'll be fine.
Okay, so
let's plan to meet tomorrow.
we understand. When studies are planned, there's a huge undertaking in planning a study, and what we don't do is we say, hey, we just want to make sure it's good, right? There's specific things that go into the study to make sure it's good. There's certain there's power analysis. There's a certain.
So you want a bad study then? You want a bad study?
Oh my God! No, I'm just pointing out to you that
You're
when
making
you
fun of the
say
fact that I
when
used the
you
word-
say
Okay, I'm sorry, I banned him. This guy's fucking retarded. I'm gonna
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
myself.
All right. Okay.
What he really meant is he wanted a study not operated by anyone that was Jewish.
True.
We were
The
getting
easy
there.
question for everybody that always talks about mRNA shit is you just ask them, oh, okay, well, did you get any of the other vaccines that aren't based on the mRNA shit? And the answer is always no. Every single time. I've never ran into a single person that raises concerns over the mRNA shit. And then you ask them if they got any of the other vaccines that aren't based on that tech. They always say no for all of them because they don't trust any of them. And they'll find any excuse not to trust a single one of them.
Apparently, when Johnson & Johnson bought Listerine, that was like a original part of the deal. Like, I guess part of the Listerine family got royalties forever. And part of some unique part of it was that they could sell off fractional amounts of the royalties. So, yeah, you can like go buy a percentage of Listerine and like get their profits forever. Huh? How neat. That's pretty neat. Right?
That's so crazy. Okay, apparently this person, Katie, you must be banned from my server because she can't join. I'm going to make a call, okay? I love you, Abby. Is there anything else you wanted to contribute to this?
Well, just I can unban her. Hold on. I can unban her.
We have to unban her. She's got like a 10-minute thing. Okay, if you can do it, go for it. Go. Get her in here. Good luck.
All right. Relax.
Okay, what, Abby?
On this topic, fuck no. Jeez. At some point, I wanted to go through with you. Probably not now because you probably don't have time. But at some point, to go through with you the data on humanitarian aid and food specifically with to Gaza, because there's a whole lot of memes, like ridiculous memes on this, as you probably know from talking to that Alex person,
The trucks.
who's still wondering, by the way, why Hezbollah is attacking northern Gaza. By the way,
Wait, he's wondering, or?
yeah, he's wondering why Hezbollah is attacking northern Gaza.
Can you tell me her?
Oh, never mind. I understood. That was like a 12-layer deep meme. You know what I like about fucking retards on fucking Reddit? I like how retards on Reddit think that like every single brown group of fighters is the exact same fucking person. Where they're like, why the is ISIS fighting Russia? Shouldn't ISIS be trying to help the Palestinians? Like, what the are you talking? Like, every single brown group of like Muslim fighters are all on the same team. When I saw people typing that in like the most upvoted comments, I wanted to kill myself. How retarded of a question. When one of Russia's like main foreign policy things since the Syrian civil war has been helping Assad try to destroy ISIS and everything in their country, and they're like, oh wow, how the isn't ISIS trying blah blah? Oh my God, kill me. Okay.
Well, that's because we control ISIS. You know.
Yeah, true. The Jews do. Dan does.
Okay.
Dan's sending out the control. Oh, he's getting her in here. He's working on it.
I'm close. Server settings.
ISIS killed more Muslims than most Western countries. I think didn't I ask that in a tweet? Who do you think most of ISIS's victims have been? Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind me joining here regarding the ISIS thing. I wanted to just give you.
You can't. You got like 1 minute if you want. Go.
Okay, sure. The thing majority of the idiots on Twitter would not consider ISIS like killing Muslims is because they think ISIS is completely funded by the West or created by the West. That's probably one of the fucking aspects. It's like that's literally just one of why they wouldn't consider ISIS killing Muslims, because indirectly that it's like the West that killed them because they created ISIS.
Okay.
And if they live in the Palestine region or Israel region, Israel created ISIS.
Nice. She must have had like an alt or something that was banned in here.
Chat.
I love you. That's my guess. She's probably IP because Discord is
all right, fine.
argument.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it.
Okay.
right,
Give me 1 sec. I will create a call. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick before I want to blow my brains out. 1 second.
I just really want to be called a Zionist.
Good.
And I'm gonna miss that if you go to a private call. I'm getting shot at. Sorry, I'm playing Rust at the same time. It's my bad.
I just wanted to wait for when the Azaju comes out.
Hey, Dr. Abby.
What's up?
Tell me about Raynaud's. Is there any, like, I have it, and it makes my, my feet turn white. So how dangerous is it to leave it like that for a while? Is that a problem?
To leave it white for a while, or to just
you know how like the whole idea is you lose blood flow, right?
Yeah, your blood it constricts, so you get it turns white, and then it turns it's the red, white, and blue kind of thing. Yeah. So I mean, look, most people with Raynaud's end up it's an annoying condition, but it's not like they don't end up.
Yeah, that's the same thing for me. I just want to make sure it's not going to turn into something more serious.
They don't end up like losing their toes or fingers from it.
It's not like diabetes, then basically.
No, it's not. No, because it's transient. It's not like a chronic condition where it's attacking the microvasculature or the small. You get small nerve neuropathy or vasculopathy from it. It's a transient attack, essentially. Think of it like that. You have a stimulus, which is cold in most cases, and then that triggers a vascular response, and then you don't get blood flow to the area, and so it becomes white. And then when it reperfuses, after if it's white for a long time, you can get cyanosis, it gets blue, and reperfuses and gets inflamed, it becomes red.
You're using like a lot of big words here.
Yeah. Sorry. It changes different colors depending on the stages of it.
Okay.
But it's not going to kill you. It's not going to, in almost all cases, it's a benign condition that's just annoying. And you could deal with it by avoiding triggers. You can avoid,
What are we talking about right now?
Oh, we're talking about his, how he's going to lose his fingers and toes.
Yeah.
Are you diabetic now?
Yeah.
No, I'm not diabetic. I was just trying to learn some knowledge.
Well, he's not just diabetic. He's a diabetic with Raynaud's.
Oh, shit. You okay, Dan?
Yeah, I don't have diabetes though, just to be clear.
Okay.